Okay, so here's the deck. Probably could have played it a little better. I mean, I agree with that. You're welcome. So here's the deck we ran with for game one. Salvador, Henry, Steve Booth, and a handful of Anarch converts. I had a different vampire in the crypt before. I was also running, what's her name? The Arimane. Moria Stone for a little while, but the absence of potence is not irrelevant here. And her -1 strength is also not irrelevant here. Merging her is a little bit difficult because then you have to really go out of your way. So she doesn't really quite stick. Then, of course, the master package is pretty straightforward. Playing the Carfax, even though we're only going to get 1 blood from it. Got your regular Anarch masters. The Libertases continue to be relevant. Vessel for getting pool back, waste management, because it's, you know, you're going to start running out of cards. And the rest of it's a lot of copies of stuff. So 9 copies of Gear Up, which is kind of like important in a lot of situations and is basically free anytime you have it. We added line brawls. This wasn't in the deck before, but the Steel Blood option adds a nice alternative to Undo Influence. Maybe in one turn, I think there was one turn where there was an option where I could have stole or bled. Didn't really anticipate that, you know, MJ was going to have a bunch of bleed redirects with the blood he was at, but it is what it is. Shattering, I'm running 8 copies of. I think this is really key in certain situations for taking down vampires in very specific timings. 1 copy of Greythorn and Vivian. I think both of these go along with what the deck already tries to do. They both get bleed. They both get celerity, essentially, for Anarch cards, which is going to give you the ability to do a lot of the stuff. You get access to Line Brawl. You get access to Dust Up, which are both really useful. Crypt Suns has been really good overall. Continuing actions is always nice. 12 copies of Crime Think because you want to unlock a lot with the deck. Monkey Wrench. Maybe I should run a few more of these over Power 1. I like Power 1 for the stealth is really why I'm doing it, but the occasional getting the bonus bleed plus Monkey Wrench would be useful. So probably want to go up on those. I'll lay low for just in case scenarios. And then a reasonable combat package is 6 Donnybrook, 5 Dust Up, Ground Fighting, and Immortal Grapple. Just enough to try to do something. I don't think I disagree with you there. It's a little rough though. Again, if you were watching while the game was running, I literally double checked the current deck compositions to see how many cards people had in deck. I think the mistake I made was underestimating how much value was going to come from the Heart, and that was largely because I'd forgotten Heart was there for a turn. It was literally the only turn I'd forgotten Heart, and then I remember him starting the turn, seeing the Heart and going, that should have gone differently. I should have dunked Unmana again. So I don't disagree with you there. I think that one should have gone at Unmana. It probably would have been beneficial. But, I mean, everybody misplays, right? And if your whole attitude is predicated on players always playing 100% right all the time, then, I mean, why didn't you get the oust, right? Like, no one can do that 100% of the time. You know, I watch a lot of Pro Magic, or I used to watch a lot of Pro Magic, and now I still occasionally watch pros play Magic. It's a game where, like, one misplay can cost you an entire game. And it happens even there, you know? So you just got to let it go. Like, let it roll off. The deck did well. I kept going forward. If I would have had a little more pressure from my prey or from my predator, it probably would have helped me cycle through some of that combat as well. Well, at that point, if you remember right, I was going forward. I didn't have when he got him down to 9, I didn't have a bonus shattering that I could have done. The shattering was off a draw after I had discarded. If I remember correctly, I can go back and watch it and see if I had an extra one that could have dunked Umana. But I thought on that turn I did not have an option for that. So I'll have to go back through and watch it. But yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it for me for now. I got to start on dinner. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate that. Always glad to host the games. And yeah, I'll be back again hopefully next week or sometime in between. Good night, everyone. Thanks for watching.